If you have a physical illness, we would like to indicate that the content of the following meditation is not meant to prevent anyone from consulting a physician of his choice.
The inner physician and healer become whole in body and soul through the power of the Christ of God. The strength for healing lies in tranquility.
Vielen Menschen fällt es sehr schwer, die wahre Liebe zu verstehen.
It is very difficult for many people to understand true love. In most cases, man is of the opinion that human love is God's love. This opinion, like many others, is all smoke and mirrors, which becomes apparent in many a situation of daily life. The love that we human beings wrongly think we understand as true, genuine, that is deep love, is mostly based on wanting to possess and to have. For example, certain characteristics of a woman appeal to the man, and certain characteristics of a man appeal to the woman. These attracting attributes can trigger the excitement of falling in love, which have a drawing effect on the one, whereby the attracting characteristic is followed by the desire to possess, that is, to have the loved one. This attracting love, which fascinates us, frequently turns into a so-called love relationship. What seems so desirable to us in the other one is what attracts. Why? Because we lack these attributes. Another motivation that triggers great affection and admiration can be the woman's or man's appearance, for instance. The admired one radiates a certain assurance that fascinates and attracts us, and that we are lacking. The next thought could be, I want to possess her or him. Just two examples that give cause for reflection.
In den vielen unterschiedlichen Situationen der Anziehung, Liebe,
in the many different situations of the attraction, love, the following can be said. The wishful picture has an effect on the one who corresponds to this wish. The one expects from the other what he lacks,
was nicht
what he longs for,
und
what he
letztlich
does not
doch haben
possess,
möchte.
yet ultimately
In
wants to
vielen
have.
Fällen nennt der
In
Mensch
many
das
cases,
Liebe.
man calls this love.
So kann gesagt werden, gleiche Art zieht zum gleichen Wunschbild.
So we can say
Jeder
that the same
erwartet vom
kind is
anderen,
drawn to the
dass
same
ihm
wishful
das bietet,
picture.
wonach sich
Each
selbst
expects
sehnt,
from the other that he
was
offer
also
him
nicht besitzt
what he himself
und
longs
doch haben
for,
möchte.
that is, what he does not possess,
Es zieht
and
sich
yet
also
wants
nicht
to have.
das sogenannte Haben an,
And so it is not the
sondern das
so-called
Sollen,
credit that
weil
attracts,
das Haben
but the
fehlt.
debit, because the
In
credit is
vielen
lacking.
Fällen nennt
In
das
many
der Mensch dann
cases,
Liebe.
man then calls this love.
Die Liebe Gottes, die kosmische Liebe, ist das Geben und Empfangen.
God's love,
Gottes
the
Liebe
cosmic
gibt,
love, is
und der
giving
Mensch
and
kann sie
receiving.
empfangen,
God's love
wenn
gives,
es wünscht
and
und
mankind
sich
may
dafür
receive it
vorbereitet,
if he
sie
wants
zu
it
empfangen.
and prepares himself to
Der
receive
Mensch
it.
also sollte sich darauf
And so the
einstimmen,
person should attune
das
himself
Licht
to
der
this
wahren
in
Liebe
order
zu
to
empfangen.
receive the light of
Das
true
heißt,
love.
unsere
This
alten
means to get
menschlichen
rid of our
Schatten,
all too human
den
shadows
Wolken gleich,
that are
zu
like
beiseite.
clouds.
Ein Beispiel.
An
Die
example,
Sonne strahlt Licht und Wärme zur
the
Erde.
sun radiates light and warmth
Sie
to the
selbst
earth.
schafft keine
The sun
Bewölkung,
itself does not
also
create
keine
any
Wolkentürme
cloudiness, that
und
is, any
somit keine
towering
Schatten.
clouds, and thus no
Die Sonne
shadows.
fragt nicht, ob wir
The sun
ihre
does not
Strahlen
ask
und
if we
Wärme
want
wollen.
its rays and warmth.
Sie gibt
It gives,
einerlei,
no matter whether
ob wir
we
Menschen
people
sie
want to
bestimmen
control it or
wollen
not.
oder nicht. Ob der
Whether the
eine
one
heute
wishes
Regen
for rain
wünscht
today,
oder der
or the
andere
other
die
the
wärmenden
warming
Strahlen
rays
der
of the
Sonne.
sun.
Die Sonne
And
also
so
gibt
the sun
und
gives
erwartet
and does
nichts
not
von uns
expect
Menschen,
anything from us human
auch
beings,
dann nicht,
not even
wenn
when we
wir an
expect
sie
something of
Erwartungen
it.
stellen. So ist es auch mit der wahren, ewigen Liebe.
This is also how
Die
it is
wahre,
with the
ewige
true,
Liebe
eternal
ist das
love.
universale,
The true,
kosmische Licht,
eternal love
das jedem
is the
Menschen
universal
gibt,
cosmic light,
aber auch der
which
Tier-,
gives to each
Pflanzen- und
person, but
Mineralwelt.
also to the world of
Denn die
animals,
kosmische
plants, and
Liebe
minerals.
ist immer Einheit,
For the cosmic love
gebend,
is
liebend,
always unity,
helfend,
giving,
beistehend
loving,
und auch
helping,
heilend.
supporting, and also healing.
Die ewige Liebe,
The
das
eternal
Licht der
love,
Unendlichkeit,
the light of
ist
infinity,
die Liebe,
is
ist
the
das
love.
Licht des
It is
Unendlichen,
the light of
den wir
infinity,
im Abendland
which we in the
Gott
Western
nennen,
world call
oder
God,
den Christus
or the
Gottes.
Christ of God.
Dann,
When we
wir
call
die
on,
erlösende,
that is, request,
befreiende,
the redeeming,
helfende und
liberating,
heilende Kraft anrufen,
helping, and healing
also
power.
bitten. Das universale, ewige Licht der Liebe
The universal,
von uns
eternal
Menschen
light of love does not
Die
demand
ewige
anything of
Liebe,
us.
die Sonne
The eternal
des
love,
Urseins,
the Son of the
und
primordial
gibt.
being, gives
Wir
and
Menschen
gives.
schaffen die Wolken, die Schatten,
We human beings
indem wir
create
anders
the clouds, the
als
shadows,
Strahlen der
by
ewig
wanting
gebenden
something other than the rays of the eternally giving love. Then we create the clouds, that is, the towering clouds. This condition, this turning away from the light, shadows our disposition and thus the components of our physical body, which then hunger for light, strength and warmth, for the rays of the true love, for the light of the inner sun.
Obwohl die ewige Liebe ohne Einschränkung immer gibt,
even though the eternal love always gives without limitation, it reaches us only in part. Our shallow breathing gives an indication of this. We breathe in a shadowed existence, in the coldness of our feelings, which aim at being loved. In many cases, the person is not willing to look at his shadows so that he can rectify them, his not good, that is, negative behavior patterns, which romp around in his feelings, thoughts, words, and actions. As long as we desire love from people or seek to be dependent on our neighbor, we will always stand in our own shadows.
Jeder Tag ist der Tag des Einzelnen.
Each day is the day of the individual. Therefore, the key question that each of us could ask himself is, what do my towering clouds consist of? In our behavior patterns, we find our faults, our weaknesses, our clouds, also called sins, against freedom, against the life, against the rays of the eternal sun, the power of life. For this reason, it would be appropriate to examine our conscience today and now, in order to rectify today and now the not good aspects that we are aware of, that are moving in our feelings and thoughts. If you like, let us go into a silent prayer together and ask the all-prevailing Spirit of love to help and support us, so that we may recognize what moves in our emotions today, so that we may rectify it. If our clouds become more light-filled, then we feel the helping and healing love, the power of the Christ of God in soul and body.
Nun gehen wir dem Christus Gottes, dem inneren Licht in uns entgegen.
Now we go toward the Christ of God, the inner light in us. We do this by way of purposeful breathing, which loosens and frees us from the still existing disturbing thoughts. First, we assume an upright
Wir stellen
sitting
beide
position.
Füße auf den Boden.
We place both feet on the
Wenn
floor.
möglich lehnen
If
wir uns
possible,
nur mit
we
dem
lean against our
Steißbein
chair
an,
with only our tailbone,
legen beide
placing the
Handrücken
backs of
auf
both
unsere
hands on our
Oberschenkel
thighs
und
and drawing
ziehen
them
die
close
Handrücken
to
an
our body.
unseren Körper heran. Wenn Sie wollen,
If you would like
können
to,
Sie Ihre
you can
Augen
close
schließen.
your eyes.
Wir wenden uns nun unserem Atem zu.
We now turn to our breathing.
Bei den meisten Menschen
Most
ist die
people
Atmung
have
sehr
very shallow breathing.
Warum?
Why?
Weil viele Gedanken
Because
durch
many
unser Gehirn
thoughts race
unser
through our
Gemüt
brain
jagen.
and our mind.
Dadurch ist auch
This
das
causes the
Nervensystem
nervous system
verkrampft.
to be
Wir
tense.
sind unruhig
We are
und
restless
hektisch.
and hectic,
Das heißt,
which
wir
means
kommen
that we do
nicht zur
not
Ruhe.
come to rest.
Doch gerade in der Ruhe
But it is
liegt die
precisely in
Kraft zum
tranquility that the
Heilwerden
power
der Seele
lies for the
und
soul
des
and
Leibes.
body to become whole.
Wir bemühen uns nun, tiefer zu atmen.
We now make an effort
So
to
nehmen
breathe
allmählich
more
unsere
deeply.
drängenden
In this
Gedanken
way,
oder
our
Gefühle
pressing thoughts
mehr
and
und
feelings
mehr abschweifen.
gradually move further and further away.
Wir atmen also tief
And so we breathe in deeply
und langsam
and
und
slowly
bewusst
and
aus.
consciously out.
Wir
We
atmen
breathe
tief ein
deeply in
und aus.
and out.
Wir atmen
We
tief
breathe
ein
deeply in
und
and out.
wir wollen, dass unsere
We want
Gefühle
our feelings and
Gedanken
thoughts
Abstand
to move
von uns
away
nehmen.
from us.
Deshalb
This is
begleiten
why
wir
we go with
unseren
our breath
Atem, wie
as it
in den
flows
Körper strömt
into our body
und den Körper
and
wieder verlässt.
leaves the body again.
Wir atmen tief ein
We inhale
und
deeply
durch Nase oder Mund
and
aus.
exhale through our nose or mouth.
Wir begleiten nun
We
unseren
now go with our breathing.
Bleiben Sie dabei,
Stay with it.
beobachten
Watch
Sie
your
Ihren Atem.
breathing.
Sie merken,
You notice
Ihre Gefühle
that your
und
feelings and
Gedanken
thoughts
nehmen mehr
are
und
moving
mehr
further
Abstand.
and further away.
Begleiten
And
Sie
so,
also Ihren
go with your breathing.
Der tiefe
The
Atem
deep
befreit.
breathing is liberating.
Sie werden ruhiger.
You become calmer.
Bleiben Sie
Stay
dabei,
with it
indem
by
Sie
going
Ihren
with
Atem
your
begleiten.
breathing.
Abermals
Once
atmen wir
more,
bis
we
in den
inhale
Bauchraum hinab.
into the abdomen.
Im Bauchraum
In the abdomen,
halten wir
we
mit dem
pause briefly
Atemzug
with our
inne
breath
und atmen
and
langsam
slowly
durch die
exhale
Nase
through our nose
oder durch den
or
Mund
mouth.
wieder aus. Wir atmen
We
bis in
inhale
den
down
Bauchraum
into
hinab.
the abdomen. hold our breath briefly, and slowly and consciously exhale through our nose or mouth. We breathe in deeply and slowly breathe out, as if automatically our breathing is now deeper because we have become calmer. Our deep breathing relaxes our nervous system. Without holding our breath in the abdomen, we inhale deeply a few more times and slowly exhale. Your muscles and your nervous system are relaxed. Therefore, you inhale all the more deeply and exhale calmly and serenely. You are receptive to the power of healing. Words that are filled with the life force of healing can touch your soul and also your body. With the help of the power of the Christ of God, I now address your soul and your body. Please do not think along with me. Instead, let the energy of the words flow consciously and quietly into your soul and your body. If possible, do not stop the flow of the words by thinking along, or even thinking outside of the range of the spiritual stream. Breathe calmly and deeply. Breathe calmly and deeply. The inner physician and healer, the sun, the inner light, which is the life, is radiating into your soul. The inner physician and healer, the sun, the inner light, which is the life, is radiating into your soul. The light is radiating into your soul. It radiates. You inhale deeply and exhale all that is not good, like suffering, pain, or even disease. You inhale deeply and exhale all that is not good, like suffering, pain, and disease. The helping and healing power of the Christ of God flows by way of your breathing into your body. You are breathing calmly and deeply. Your breathing is calm and deep. Harmony and deep tranquility permeate you. Breathe calmly and deeply. Breathe calmly and deeply. The soft, harmonious music is like a flower that emanates its fragrance. The power of life, the all-permeating being, is flowing. It flows. It flows through your soul and your body. It flows. It flows, and you breathe. Becoming whole in soul and body through the power of the Christ of God does not exclude a visit to an earthly physician. When you go to a physician of your choice, remember that God is omnipresent, also in your neighbor, your physician. If you like, remain for some time in this inner, elevated mood.
Möge Ihr Weg Sie immer näher zu Christus führen.
May your path lead you ever closer to Christ. In this awareness, a blessed and God-filled life. Gabriela.
హాయ్, ఇప్పుడు మాస్ జాతర సినిమా ప్రమోషన్స్ మొదలవుతున్నాయి. మనతోటి హీరో గారు, ప్రొడ్యూసర్ గారు ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారు. ఇది యాంకర్గా చేయడం కొంచెం కష్టంగానే ఉంది. అందుకే అన్న మనం
మాకైతే ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ గానే ఉంది.
అన్న మీకుంటుంది. అన్న ఆడుకోవడంలో ఫేమస్ కాబట్టి, సో మీరు మీడియాతో ఆడుకోవడంలో ఫేమస్ కాబట్టి ఇద్దరిని కలిపి కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్లు అడగాలని ఉందన్న.
ఇట్లా మీడియాతో ఆడుకుంటాం ఫేమస్ అని చెప్తేనే మొన్న ఒక ఆగస్ట్ లో ఒక వీకెండ్ నన్ను ఆడుకున్నారు మీడియాలో.
అవునన్న, దీంట్లో
అది ఉండాలి కదా, డెఫినెట్ గా. అది ఉండకపోతే
అలాగే సార్.
అంటే అలా ఉంటేనే ఫాలోయింగ్, వ్యూవర్షిప్ పెరుగుద్ది,
అంటే అలాగే
ఫ్యాన్స్ పెరుగుతారు, అవి ఉండాలి.
మరి ఏ స్థాయికి ఆడుకున్నారంటే నేను ఇంకా అసలు ఆస్తులు అమ్ముకుని దుబాయ్ వెళ్ళిపోయానని. నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు, ఆస్తులు అమ్ముకునే అంత బ్యాడ్ పొజిషన్ లో ఉంటే దుబాయ్ ఎలా వెళ్తారో నాకు లాజిక్ అర్థం కాల. దుబాయ్ ఏదో పెద్ద ఏదో పల్లెటూరు లాగా అక్కడికి
బాధపడుతున్నారు.
వాళ్ళ రియాక్షన్ లాజిక్ అసలు ఉంటుందా?
అదే కదా
సింపుల్.
అన్నట్టు రిచ్ బాధపడతారు కూడా, రిచ్
కూడా రిచ్గా వెళ్ళారు వంశీ గారు. అన్న ఇది మైక్ పట్టుకొని మీరు మళ్ళీ సినిమా చూడమని అడగను, అందుకని మైక్ లేకుండా ఇప్పుడు అడిగేద్దాం అలా ఏమన్నా. సో ఫస్ట్
అదే ఆ రోజు కొంచెం ఎక్సైట్ అయ్యాను నేను,
బాగా ఎక్సైట్
అయ్యాను. అది సరే, ఇక
కేకలే. అది ఎలా ఉందంటే రిక్వెస్ట్ లేదు, వార్నింగ్ లో ఉంది.
వంశీ ఎప్పుడు వార్నింగ్ కావాలి.
అవునే, తప్పులు చేయకుండా ఉంటాం మనుషులు.
కొడకల్లారా రాకపోతే చెప్తా మీ పని.
తప్పులు చేయకుండా ఉండం కదా. తప్పు జరిగింది, ఏం చేస్తాం చెప్పు. ఇప్పుడు నేనైనా, ఎన్టీఆర్ గారు అయినా, ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఆదిత్య చోప్రా అని ఒక పెద్ద మనిషిని, యశ్వరాజ్ నమ్మాము. ఇప్పుడు అందరు తప్పులు చేస్తారు కదా, వాళ్ళ సైడ్ తప్పు జరిగింది, మనం దొరికాము అంతే. ఏం చేస్తాం దానికి. ఇప్పుడు మేము తీసిన సినిమా కాదు కదా, మేము ఎలా, కానీ వాళ్ళని నమ్మాము. పెద్ద మనిషి, ఇండియాలోనే బిగ్గెస్ట్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్, ఆయన నమ్మాము. మిస్ఫేర్ అయింది, ఏం చేస్తాం దానికి. వేసుకున్నారు, పడ్డాం అంతే.
కానీ అన్న మీరు దొరకాలని చాలా మంది ట్రై చేసినట్టున్నారు. వాళ్ళకి ఖుషి ఇచ్చి లాస్ట్ కి మళ్ళీ సెట్ చేసి
ఓన్లే మన సినిమా, మనం తీసిన సినిమా కాకుండా బయట సినిమాతో దొరికాం, హ్యాపీ. ఇంకా
అని ఫస్ట్ మాస్ మహారాజ్ అనే టైటిల్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత మాస్ అనే టైటిల్ పెట్టుకుంటూ మాస్ జాతర వస్తుంది. టైటిల్ ఐడియా ఎవరిది?
బేసిక్ నేనే చెప్పాను.
అవును, నేను అదే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేశాను.
ఎందుకో అంటే అప్పుడు మరీ పండగ అనుకున్నాం, అవునండి బాగుంటుంది అనుకున్నాం. కొన్ని కారణాల వల్ల అది తెలిసిందే.
అది సంక్రాంతి అంటే గుర్తొచ్చింది. మాస్ సినిమాలన్నీ సంక్రాంతికి వచ్చినాయి అనుకోండి, సినిమా బ్లాక్ బస్టర్, సూపర్ కేక్, అది ఇద్దరా కావాల్సింది మాకు తెలుగు సినిమాకి అని చెప్పి హడావిడి చేస్తాం. దసరా వరకు ఓకే, మిగతా ఏ టైంలో వచ్చినా కానీ ఇదో సినిమానా, కొత్తదనం లేదు. సో దాంట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి ఈ ఆర్టిస్టిక్ మెంటాలిటీలోకి వెళ్తున్నారు.
ఆర్టిస్టిక్ కాదు, క్రియేటివిటీ. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరికి అయినా ఇప్పుడు చేతిలో ఫోన్ ఉండి ట్విట్టర్ హ్యాండిల్ ఉన్నా, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ హ్యాండిల్ ఉన్నా, క్రియేటివిటీ తన్నుకుంటూ వస్తుంది. అది చూపించడానికి, ప్రొజెక్ట్స్ చేయడానికి ట్వీట్గా ఫామ్ చేయొచ్చు, రీల్స్గా ఫామ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఆ క్రియేటివిటీలో ఏంటంటే